Even the happiest couples argue sometimes. I consider you guys the happy couple that I hang out with, but
we are a happy couple.
And you do argue.
Yes, you've witnessed it.
Just seconds ago.
Fight, we don't really fight.
No, that's different than arguing. Yes.
Yeah. Well, on the radio, we have fought before. Kristen's witnessed it.
I've witnessed a couple verbally domestic.
I don't know what you consider a fight versus an argument, but our worst arguments have been during radio.
Probably.
It's all my fault. Just say that. It's all Kristen Charles's fault. But new research from... Oh, please. Greg never does anything wrong. New research from a YouGov poll sheds some light on the topics that cause the most friction in these relationships. Mm-hmm. Greg, I'd love your thoughts on this. They say tone of voice or attitude is the most common thing that couples argue about.
100%. 100%. It's not always what you say, it's how you say it.
Sorry, Kristen.
Well, Greg gets this thing, which he did actually today, earlier on the show, not on the mic, of course.
Right.
Nobody can hear it and judge for themselves, but he gets jabby. So he, staccato voice is what I call it. He doesn't raise his voice ever at me, maybe once ever. But he gets staccato, very jabby. And so I know he's trying to, but it's usually, in his defense, it's when he's trying to wrap his head around something is when he does it. Or if he knows he's right, even though he's wrong.
But he's right in his own mind. So there's that.
Yes.
Greg asked the question the other week when you were out, Kristen, if you say something on the radio and your wife isn't on the show, are you still wrong? I said the answer is yes. He's still wrong, probably.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So we verified that.
He's lucky I didn't hear that
show. But tone of voice is huge, especially Kristen will say something to the boys and they'll answer in a smart alecky kind of or
teenage way,
in a bad tone, and she will eat their lunch. I mean,
love it.
Yes. I mean, if the attitude is not right.
I'm a spicy mama, that's for sure.
Oh my goodness. See the fool that does that. It's not good at the Taylor house. Just keep the attitude good. You got life too good, boys. Take care of that. And look, it's mutual respect.
Yeah. In any relationship dynamic.
Yes. And I say this all the time. In order for any relationship to work, everybody has to win. Nobody can win all the time. Everybody has to win. Everybody has to get some benefit out of it. Otherwise, it's a horrible relationship.
It's true. And the kids, they get room and board and powers turned on and everything. No tone of voice issues with mom and dad. That's big. Can't have that. Well, you know who can have a tone of voice anytime they want to and not get in trouble for it? The IRS. They can say whatever they want, however they want. They have all the power. Am I wrong?
Well, they do have the power, but it doesn't mean we're not ticked off.
Oh, yeah, we can be ticked off all day.
It doesn't mean it's a great relationship, because sometimes I feel like not everybody wins here.
It's true.
Especially when you hear in the last year or so of all the wasteful spending.
Yeah. Here we go.
You're thinking, okay, here you are, you're collecting money from us, and then you're sending money to other countries and other things that are absolutely insane and stupid.
Did you see Gavin Newsom actually just put out an article? I don't remember what it was on, but basically saying that he's upset about the wasteful spending of
all people,
the administration right now.
Oh, the administration.
I had to do a double take. I'm like, are you kidding me right now?
He is known for wasteful spending. Right.
They just should change his name to Gavin Nuisance.
Yeah. Well, he's getting to be that way a little bit.
Oh my goodness. The guy, take care of California first. Figure out your own problems before you start. In the Bible, it says someone's looking at the speck in somebody else's eye. They got this huge beam sticking out of theirs. Yeah. Don't look at my speck when you got that beam sticking out there, buddy. Not at all. Not at all. I mean, that guy.
I think we need to get off the soapbox.
Well, no, because the IRS is who's in charge and government, and it all goes together.
Yeah.
But I guess my biggest question is for those that are 73 or about to turn 73, their relationship with the IRS is about to change. So what do they need to know about drawing RMDs, being efficient about it, and not overpaying?
Well, first of all, they need to remember that an IRA is an IOU to the IRS. Okay. And so
time to pay the piper.
You got to pay at some point. You play, you got to pay. And so you've been putting money in this tax deferred vehicle. Mm-hmm. And the key words are tax deferred. It's money that's delayed until later.
Well, I think the first thing to know, and this is where you want to use planning, not just taking the money out willy-nilly, like I like to say. Right? You actually have until April 1st of the year following when you turn 73.
Correct.
So now in most years, you want to take it by December 31st. But that first year, you have that little extra time, which may come in handy for planning depending on how your income is laid. So let's say you have more income coming in 2025 and you're turning 73, and it might make sense to wait to 2026 to take that. All the while remembering that now you're going to have two in 2026.
Correct.
But in some cases, it actually makes sense to do that, to wait and take them both in the following year.
It does, because if your income is going to be high one year and lower the next, that totally makes sense, regardless of the reason. But so that can be part of. But at age 73, you have a required minimum distribution from a tax deferred account, whether it be IRA, 401k, 403b, 457 deferred compensation plan. There's a lot of those here in Ohio. From TSP accounts if you're a federal government worker. So, and we've seen them all. The TSP, the 403b, all of it. And we work with all those things and helping people figure it out. Now, one of the interesting facets in all this, if it's a qualified plan, meaning a plan that was set up by your employer.
Okay.
The 401k, 403b, 457, TSP, all those. If you have separate accounts, you are required to take your required minimum distribution from every single one. You can't pool them together and take them out of one at one time. Mm-hmm. With IRAs, individual retirement accounts, you might have 10 IRAs, but you could figure out the total amount you have to pull out, and you could pull out of one or two or however many you want. You don't have to pull out of all of them unless you choose to. So that's one caveat about the required minimum distribution that some people don't know about. So qualified plans must take it out of each individual one. IRAs, you could pull it together and take it out of one if you choose. So it's kind of interesting there. Now, it's calculated based on the December 31st value of the year prior, that ending value. So if, for instance, if your IRA value was $1 million at the end of 2024 and you turn 73 this year,
okay,
then they're going to divide that. I believe that the factor is 26.5. That's considered your life expectancy this year. Every year it will change because every year you have a different life expectancy. So as the divider goes down in number, your percentage goes up. So, for instance, by the time you're 81, it's just over 5% you're taking out because the divider is under 20. And, right now it's a little under 4% when you're 73. So it's at that percentage goes up a little bit each and every year as you get a year older. So that's how they calculate it. That's the way we have to take it out based on whether it's a qualified plan or an IRA. Mm-hmm. And now, what do we do with it? Well, some cases people want to spend it.
Yeah.
Some cases people want to reinvest it.
Okay.
Some cases people want to put that money in their rainy day fund at the bank. So
there's nothing you can't do with the money. You have
correct.
to take it, but you can do whatever you want with it.
Correct.
Okay.
And that's important to know. Now, What's really interesting to me, as we've been doing a lot, we talk so much about the Roth IRA here on the show, and, should we convert to a Roth or not? To convert or not to convert? That is the question. No, it's not. But I mean, that's part of it. But how much and when and, at what time commitment should we do it? There's a whole strategy involved that we can help people with. But what's really interesting to me, it's not one or the other. Because I have people come in and, Greg, I hear you and Kristen talk all the time on the show about doing Roth conversions. I'm 74 years old and I just don't want to start doing it now. Okay. It's not one or the other, but let's take a look at, does it make sense to just follow Uncle Sam's plan, which is just the amount you're required to take out every year throughout the rest of your life? Or does it make sense to maybe take a little bit more than they require? So what's really interesting is, we have a software that actually shows this, the tax burden over someone's lifetime. Let's say if you lived to 90 or 95 or even 100. And what's interesting, if we take out a level amount that's more than the required distribution, and hopefully we even start before you're 73. Don't wait till you're required to take it. But if you start taking it based on where you are right now, that level amount, it shows you how much tax you would save over your lifetime.
Okay.
In many cases, they're saving almost half, not by just doing Roth conversions, not doing them at all, but by taking out more than is required and taking it out every single year. That reduces the overall tax burden.
I want to add a little but if in there that I don't think we touched on with the 401ks, with the RMDs. If you're 73 and you're still working at your current company, and I think there's a little caveat with ownership. It's as long as you don't own more than 5%, you actually don't have to take, and you're currently employed, you don't have to take an RMD from that account.
From that one.
Right.
But you still have to take them out of the others.
Out of the other ones.
Correct. Yeah.